Police say you're looking at a would-be criminal mastermind. He thought he had planned the perfect crime, but tonight he's sitting in the Ottawa County Jail. Justin Kelsey, an employee of the Coopersville grocery store Family Fare, claimed that he was kidnapped and forced to rob his own store. Now he's come clean, admitting that he made the whole thing up to try to cover up the robbery. 24-Hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey was one of the first reporters on the scene when the original crime happened about a month ago, and tonight Joe's back in Coopersville with details on why this is still not a closed case. Joe?
Well, Brian, the kidnapping didn't happen. He's admitted to that, but it appears Kelsey did take the money. So tonight the big question for detectives is, where did it go? They were skeptical the day it happened.
It's still very early in the investigation. We all know how these investigations can move forward and sometimes change, but right now that's the information we have.
It took 3 weeks, a lot of tips from the public, and an admission from the victim turned suspect to confirm that skepticism.
Some of his motive, although I have to be very careful when I talk about that publicly at this juncture, was to commit a perfect crime. Well, obviously that didn't happen.
Going to set your bond in the amount of $20,000.
Today, 20-year-old Justin Kelsey, his job status suspended pending the investigation, went before a judge. He's charged with making a false report of a felony to police, embezzlement, and weapons violations. They all add up to 19 years behind bars. While there was no kidnapping, the money is missing. According to court documents obtained by 24-Hour News 8, Kelsey took $15,600 from the store safe. Detectives are still trying to figure out if he spent it or stashed it.
We don't know if it's been spent yet. We think there's folks out there that do know that.
And of course, if you know anything about it, you're asked to call either the Detective Bureau at the Ottawa County Sheriff's Department or Silent Observer. Now, that gun charge we mentioned is related to an unregistered handgun that Kelsey had on him when police found him. This was after he called them and said, hey, these would-be captors have released me. Had he actually been the victim of a crime, Bennett says the prosecutor may have overlooked that charge. Live in Coopersville, Joe LaFurgey, 24-Hour News 8.